The excitement builds here as we wait for the start of this 100-meter final. Let's take a look at the lineup.
Germany in the far lane. Then Australia.
Next is player 1.
Next lane, Greece. Then France. And then Russia. Next lane, South Africa. Switzerland is in the last lane.
Can we have quiet to the start of the race, please?
On your marks.
The athletes take their starting positions. They have a couple of seconds to make any final preparations. The athletes settle into the blocks. Player 1. That was very quick indeed, and it's a world record. Let's take a quick look at the results of that race. Let's see the replay. Lane 1 had very quick reactions on the start line.
Yes, they should be proud of such a strong start.
Lane 3 has a good rhythm going.
A great win for player 1 here today.
Excitement builds as the spectators await the start of the men's hurdle final. Let's look at the lane draw.
Great Britain in the far lane. Next lane, South Africa. Next lane, Australia. Next is Russia. Next lane, Canada. After them, Spain. Next is Switzerland.
And player 1 in the outside lane.
Can we have quiet to the start of the race, please?
On your marks.
The crowd is in for a great race today. This is a superb lineup.
The athletes settle into the blocks.
Great Britain is the winner.
That really shows the class of this athlete. He made the others look like amateurs.
Let's take a quick look at the results of that race. Let's see the replay.
Yes, they should be proud of such a strong start. Lane 5 going well. He's cleared all the hurdles so far.
A good winning performance from Great Britain.
There's an air of expectation around today's javelin competition. And next up for us is player 1. She stepped over the line. That's a foul. They just overstepped the foul line there. Here comes the replay. Yes, definitely a foul. Player 1 is next.
The arc is perfect. Very good.
Excellent. They have to be pleased with that. Let's see the replay. You could see this was going to be good before it left their hands.
Yes, superb control and finesse.
Let's check the current standings after that round. And next up for us is player 1.
And that looks like an amazing throw.
A perfectly executed throw from run-up to release. Let's see that again. You could see this was going to be a good throw.
This is what we expect at this level of competition.
That was an absolutely brilliant throw. They'll be over the top with that. Here we are at the start of the men's hammer final. And next up for us is player 1.
Could have been better, but not a bad throw by any means.
A foul throw. He won't be happy with that. Yes, you can see where it all goes wrong.
Yes, he can't be happy with that at all.
This is such a technical event. Fouls are... And next up for us is player 1. Into the cage. He'll be embarrassed by that. Very poor timing from this young athlete. And next up for us is player 1. And that's into the cage. He'll need to recover from that. Doesn't get any better no matter how many times you see it.
They're not happy with that at all.
Expectation is high for today's triple jump competition. And next up for us is player one. The flag's gone up. That's a foul.
At the end of that round, they're in last place.
Here comes the replay. You can see the end of round results on your screen. And next up for us is player one. So after that, they're in first place. Here comes the replay.
He can generate such speed in his run-up, it's a real asset to his jumping. He gives himself a real chance with that takeoff. If he improves his technique, he'll jump much further. Well, as we can see, that was a good jump. It's that type of effort that breeds confidence.
Let's check the current standings after that round. And next up for us is player one.
After that, they're in first.
He can generate such speed in his run-up, it's a real asset to his jumping. Into the step space, he's strong on the takeoff, and into the jump in a good position. His poor technique is really holding him back.
Today's high jump final should be an exciting competition. And next up for us is player one.
Taking her first attempt at this height.
So after that, they're in first place. Player one is next.
After that, they're in first.
Up next, player 1. Let's take a look at the end of the round placings.
This will be her first attempt at this height.
She needs to put in a much better performance than that. They're still in the competition, but that foul will break up their flow. And next up for us is player 1.
Let's see if she can clear this the second time around.
That was a wasted attempt. They can stay in the competition after that foul, but they must maintain their focus. And next up for us is player 1. Let's check the standings after that round. Up next, player 1. Up next. Player 1 is next. And there are the results. Let's check the standings after that round. The end of round placings. Up next, player 1. And next up for us is player 1.
Is she crazy?
That was a wasted attempt. We have the skeet shooting final up now, and this should prove to be a great exhibition of marksmanship. And next up for us is player 1.
Whoa.
That's a miss on that single.
Yes, Dwight, I hope the pressure isn't getting to him.
Whoa.
He only scores 1 point.
We can't afford too many slip-ups like that.
Player 1 is next.
Whoa.
Nice single.
Yes, he's going great at the moment.
Whoa. Whoa.
That single was missed.
Oh, an elementary error
Whoa.
there.
A successful single.
Great control out there.
Whoa.
He'll only score with one of those shots.
He'll be upset at that loss of concentration.
There are the standings after that house.
Whoa.
A successful single.
Great control out there.
Whoa.
He did well with that single.
What a competitor this guy is.
Whoa.
He can't let that missed double affect him.
Yes, Dwight, very disappointing.
Here are the current standings.
Whoa.
Beautifully controlled action on that
That one was right out of the skeet shooter's manual.
Whoa.
He needs to get back on track after that miss.
Oh, an elementary
Whoa.
error there.
Missed out on the full double.
He can't afford too many slip-ups like that.
Whoa.
That's a miss.
Yes, Dwight, I
Whoa.
hope the pressure isn't getting to him.
He can't afford to miss even one of these, let alone both. Let's have a look. Player one is next.
Whoa.
He can't afford to make too many errors like that.
Whoa.
That one goes down as a mistake.
Oh,
Whoa.
a basic error there from him.
He just pulled that one, I think.
Dwight, we know he's capable of better than that.
I hope we're going to see a good swimming final here today.
Spain in the far lane.
And then, player one.
After them, China. Next lane, Greece. Next is Great Britain. After them, India. Then, France. Canada is in the last lane.
The athletes take their starting positions. They have a couple of seconds to make any final preparations.
Take your marks.
The first to turn for home is lane 3. Player 1 takes first place.
She used every last ounce of energy to just clinch that victory at the finish.
Let's have a look at the results. Let's have a look at the replay. Lane 1 had a bad start.
They won't be happy with that.
Lane 3 had settled into a good pace, and she was looking very strong in this field.
Lane 3 was going well at the turnaround.
A great win for player 1 here today.
Hello and welcome to the women's 10-meter platform diving final. Surely that wasn't the correct dive.
It definitely wasn't, Dwight. She'll be getting no points for that one.
She's clearly upset after such a terrible dive.
After that, they're in 8th position.
At the end of the round, the results look like this.
With a difficulty rating of 1.6, she'll be attempting a forward dive straight.
We knew it wasn't one of her favorite dives, but that was truly terrible.
Yes, Dwight, she was nowhere near vertical when she hit the water.
Well, she's really upset about that.
At the end of that round, they're in 8th.
Let's have a look at the replay. And there are the results.
She'll be attempting an arm stand reverse triple somersault tuck with a rating of 3.3.
Oh my gosh, Marty, that wasn't the right dive.
You're right, Dwight. It wasn't the right dive, which means she'll score no points for it.
She's heartbroken over that dive.
At the end of that round, they're in 8th.
Let's check the current standings after that round.
With a difficulty rating of 2.0, she'll be attempting a forward dive half twist straight.
Well, her timing was all over the place there.
I think she was concentrating on her entry position and not on the dive, Dwight.
Oh, and she's a little disappointed by those marks.
After that, they're in 8th position.
Let's have a look at the replay.
She got some nice height off the board on this one, but you have to wonder why she took so long getting into the straight position. That will be the cause of some lost points.
And there are the results.
With a difficulty rating of 1.3, she'll be attempting an inward dive tuck.
Well, she certainly could have executed that dive a bit better.
It was a great entry into the water, though, Dwight. She'll gain some points for that.
And she doesn't seem to be terribly happy with the judges.
They're 8th in the competition.
Here's another look at the action.
Look at the way she got good height from the board and then used it to her advantage by getting quickly into the tuck. That just shows how the quality of her diving has improved over the...
South Africa.
The athletes are prepared. The weightlifting starts in just a moment. And next up for us is player 1.
Here he goes for his first attempt at this weight.
He's getting a good grip on the bar and showing the strain. No, he couldn't manage it. He had to let the weight drop. They can stay in the competition after that foul, but they must maintain their focus. Let's watch that again and see where it went wrong. Weights go down. Player 1 is next. If he can lift this, he'll go straight into first place. And he started the lift. The sheer effort really shows in his face. The strength of these big men is almost unbelievable. And that's the jerk phase completed. A nice lift. He's looking good today. They're leading the competition at this stage.
Just seems to flip the weights into the clean position.
A good jerk there, really set him up nicely for that final hold. Up next, player 1. So that's how the field is placed after that round. And next up for us is player 1. First place is his if he can lift this weight. He's really showing the strain there. He's got the weight up to the clean position with little trouble. And the weights go down. That's a foul. They must regret fouling there, but they're still in the running for this event. The replay might give us a better view of what happened there.
A very confident clean that put him in good position for the jerk.
And the weights go down. That's a foul. And next up for us is player 1. Let's check the standings after that round. And next up for us is player 1.
He's made a tactical decision to opt for a heavier weight.
You can see the bar bending. This is so heavy. And the weights go down. That's a foul. They stay in the competition for now. They really don't need to repeat that performance, though. In the replay, we'll be able to see the point where he dropped the weight. Dropped the weight. That's the end. Player 1 is next.
This is his last chance to stay in the competition.
You can see the bar bending. This is so heavy. The strength of these big men is almost unbelievable. And the weights go down. That's a foul.
They're in 7th position.
Let's watch that again and see where it went wrong.
Yes, he made that look very easy indeed.
And he's dropped the weight. That's the end of that attempt. Let's check the current standings after that round. And there are the results.
That's a victory for Australia.
Welcome to the cycling competition. In this event, teamwork and strategy are as important as raw speed. For this event, player 1 is Team 1.
And Team 2, France.
And we're underway. Team 1 setting a solid pace. If they use sensible team tactics, they'll do well in this race. Team 2 is down on Team 1 after the first lap split time. What are they doing? Team 1 is wasting all their energy at this early stage. Team 2 is ahead at the second split.
That's a victory for France.
Let's take a quick look at the results of that race. Let's see the replay. Team 2's lead cyclist was a little late peeling away there.
Right, Dwight. These guys are making simple errors here.
That was a great victory for France.
The men's K1 kayak competition is about to start. And next up for us is player 1.
Gate 1.
Plainly through that gate.
Coming up to Gate 5. Approaching the 7th gate.
They're throwing away precious seconds here. They're throwing away precious seconds here. He needs to be careful here, or he could lose it all.
On into Gate 11. Gate 13 next. Gate 14.
This water almost looks angry as it bubbles and rises to the surface. There's some poorly judged maneuvers being performed here. He needs to be careful here, or he could lose it all. He's crossed the finish line.
After that, they're in 8th position.
Here are the positions after that final round.